Good morning. Welcome to the Walk TV. This is the Alex Maina Family Show. I'm your host, Alex Maina. Here we bring people from various backgrounds, people with amazing stories that can help us in improving and building our lives, building our families. And today we are so excited to have the team that we have together with us this morning. Here I have Mr. Peter and Eunice. By the way, this is a couple that is just maybe 2-3 days old in marriage. Their marriage was just the other day, and we're really excited to having them in our show this morning. And I know we're going to learn a lot. These are people who have come from a very humble background, and for them to be able to get this far, it has taken the hand of God in a lot of planning and a lot of focus. And this is a story that we can really listen to and maybe encourage ourselves. Those people are giving up in life. There is a lot of hope. Thank you. You're much welcome. And just go direct to Peter and Eunice. You're very much welcome. Maybe you can say hello to those who are watching us. Just say a word of hi. Maybe you can just say your name again and say hello.
Hello, I'm Peter Mohoro, and I'm grateful to be here. Asante sana.
Eunice.
Hi, good morning. I'm Eunice Washera, and I'm born again. I thank God for this opportunity.
Good. Maybe before we get maybe into other issues, how are you feeling? Maybe like you just got married less than 3 days ago. Eunice, unasikiaje?
I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I thank God for this. And I'm looking forward to this life of marriage.
Good. I can see the smile, and I remember the wedding day. You were really overwhelmed. Thank you so much. Peter, unasikiaje kuhusu having gotten a wife, and how do you feel?
In life, this is the best experience that I have, especially sijai atava better. So it is the best that I have.
Okay.
And it is a journey that we've started and will never end.
Okay, maybe. So you want to tell us this is the first relationship you've been in? Or did I get it right? Is this the first relationship that you've been in?
This is the first marriage.
Or the first marriage? Okay,
Yeah.
So there's a possibility of had some other maybe relationship that did not really work out?
Yeah, there have been some relationship. They never worked.
Okay.
But this was ordained to work.
Okay, good. Thank you for being open. And maybe just to encourage somebody, maybe some young girl there who is kind of giving up. They think there are no men who can marry people now. What can you tell them?
Okay, what I'd like to tell every young lady out there, sometimes you may be discouraged. You may go through experiences in life and think that you're not worth anymore. I want to tell you today that you're not what happens to you, not what happens in your life. But God has made you, and He knows your name, He knows your purpose in life, and He has a good plan for you.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So you're not what happens in life.
Yeah.
So even it doesn't matter what has happened, you can still get back to your own life. And maybe as we continue, I know, Eunice, you have an amazing story, and I really honor Mohoro, as I said during the wedding, that, maybe our viewers, maybe people don't know that Eunice got married when she already has a kid. And it is not easy maybe for, what I kind of know as of now, maybe there are so many girls who are just giving up in life just because they have children. And maybe what can you tell, how is all that? How is that experience, maybe having a kid, and how did you get him? Did you tell him the first day? Did you tell him later? How did it all happen? Maybe in a few words. As you encourage somebody who is there crying, thinking that they cannot get married because they have 3 kids, 2 kids, 1 kid.
Thank you so much. I've been in that situation. There was a time I felt like my life had come to an end. And I felt like I didn't even deserve any happiness in life because everything had gone all the way down as I didn't expect, not as I had planned in my life. But I know that sometimes in our naivety, things happen and you come to a point you don't know what to do. But you have to rise up again. And actually, one of the main things that made me realize that I was worth more is when I met Peter. Yes, actually, it just happened in a divine way. I can't really explain what happened. But I told him the first day that I had a child.
Oh, good. Wonderful. Yes.
The day we talked, And I didn't even know he had interest in me. We were just friends who were talking. I told him, anyway, by the way, do you know I have a child? And I think that's the best way to approach any relationship.
Okay.
You be open and you be
Yes.
frank from the beginning.
So what you're actually telling us is that if a guy and a girl, they want to get into a relationship, the very first day, the first day of introduction, just introduce yourself as you are. Useme mimi niko na mtoto. Even if the guy can also have a kid, useme mimi niko na mtoto. And I think that's a kind of a degree of openness and a lot of trust. Maybe when she told you that she has a kid, uli feel na namna gani? Were you afraid? Maybe, what did you feel?
It was first I didn't believe her because of how she was. She looked like she never had a kid, and I took steps to just be sure she had one, and I made sure that I have seen the kid before we even talked. So I went behind her back, met with the sister with the kid, and we boarded from there. I loved the kid. The kid was 5 months.
Oh,
then.
5 months.
She was 5 months then, but we were friends still.
Stop there.
Uh-huh.
You were saying that you got this guy when your kid was 5 months old. So maybe the father to the kid, maybe you were with him, maybe like just above 1 year. So where is he? Sorry to ask. But is this something that you can say? If you don't have to, you don't have to. Yeah.
Okay, the relationship had ended, so we had not said for
So
long.
when did the relationship end? Did it end the time that you got pregnant?
Yeah.
So the guy thought
The
of
guy
maybe
just-
cutting the relationship, or you cut the who did cut the relationship?
Okay, I started seeing the signs that
Okay.
he was not into it,
Okay.
and I decided to save my life.
Okay.
From
Okay.
worse situation.
Also, even through when you through the pregnancy and even when you give birth, you knew the father is not in the picture.
No, he wasn't in the picture.
And he didn't try to come back.
He tried,
Yeah.
but then he left when he realized that I had moved on. What I would say is that he wasn't serious,
Uh-huh.
just checking on and.
Yeah,
and
and maybe I know you were in school when you got when you got the kid. You were in the middle of your school. Maybe what can you advise maybe a young girl there and a young boy there who are trying to play some games and they are still students, and maybe can you give some word of advice to them, having gone through it the hard way? Yes. Can you try to tell them something?
Okay, what I would tell every young lady, every young person actually, because I know that it affects both parties.
Yes.
We need to walk like this life is real. There's no time to joke about it. So let's be focused on our goals and live seriously. No joking, just be yourself, be focused on achieving our dreams.
Good. Thank you so much for that, Eunice. And I know you're really helping somebody right there who is maybe in a relationship. You know, we have these people who are maybe somewhere in high school. Yeah, the guy in Form 2 is telling you that he loves you to the end. The guy in second year tells you he loves you to the end. So it may not really be that way. They don't even understand what love is. Maybe if a kid comes into the picture, they will give up and wonder what to do. But thank God that this guy came in. So we were there 5 months. The kid is 5 months, and you have just realized that your girlfriend to be has a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just realized in 5 months, and we talked with her. We were doing missions together. We were out in evangelism, and at first she didn't want any kind of relationship, and I gave it a room, a friendship, but hitting the target. You give the friendship that hits the target, like no love, nothing, but your signs are showing. So we talked, and then we agreed that this is our kid, and now from here we have stopped everything else. She told me where the guy was from and who he was, and we had no problem. And I followed how they ended up,
Okay.
and we were good to go.
Okay.
Then to now,
Okay.
we're good.
So Eunice, how did you come to trust this guy? You know, or he's just like the other guy. You know, how did you come to trust him that he is going to stay to the end? Mm.
So after going through this heartbreak,
Mm-hmm.
one decision I made was staying in God
Mhm.
and
Oh,
focusing
good.
now on
Mm.
serving God, living for Him,
Amen.
and I knew that He would take control of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So when this friendship started growing, it grew, and I came to fall in love with Him.
Oh, good.
So when He
Mm.
proposed, I was okay. Yeah,
Mm.
I think
Okay.
I just trusted Him.
So maybe looking at, I have seen the kid, and maybe my viewer can also see the kid somewhere. So this kid is now, I think, 5 years. So you have been in relationship for at least 5 years. So how has the 5 years been? Like both of you, maybe there's a time your friends also knew, being a young man, you're in university, and your friends just realized you're in love with a girl who was a young kid who is not your kid. So maybe how is that relationship? And maybe also some girls also spoke to you and told you this guy maybe just be joking like their first one. So maybe starting with you, how did it go with your parents, with your friends? How did it go?
To me, at some point, it was very hard, especially with friends, because of the ministry, and they see somebody who is like a pastor. He's preaching in so many places, and they could just think of why can't you just get a girl out here? You know, everybody thinks that a girl is everything that you need. A girl without a child, they think they have character. But what I saw in her, first I saw love in her, and I trusted her because of the first day we talked. That is when I knew everything about her. I have a child. So at first I thought she was putting me off, but I learned that she was so open to me, and she was a friend that now I can trust. If she can trust me with her information, I can trust her. So out there, it was a bit hard approaching it to a point of parents telling them that I have a girl and I want to marry her, and she have a child. It was really hard on them because, especially, let me say this: when you are a church guy,
Yeah.
a church boy, everybody thinks that you're just going to get an angel out there and bring the angel to people. But the first time I made a decision, this is the girl. We were just in our second year in university, and we said we are going to get this girl. And when I said I'll get her, I made a decision, and it was final. So if you didn't agree with me, you are out of my circle. Who agreed with me, that's who continued with the friendship.
So you're saying you were in second year
Yeah, we were.
when this relationship started.
Yes.
So you're doing your studies,
Yeah.
and you're also planning for your future marriage.
Yeah, or we are doing studies and planning because I realized that in campus, if you don't take care of relationships, you can just play around with your life and play around with so many girls, and then you lose it. When you are coming out of campus, you don't have focus. You will have problems in settling for life.
Okay, maybe so you did set some goals when you're still in campus. Did you set the marriage date, the marriage year, or the marriage month? Did you? So you're in second year. So what year were you?
Still in second year.
So you're both in second year. So you had this plan that after university. So tell us about it. So you're able? Maybe can you tell us a bit? Maybe setting goals that you can set. Maybe future goals when you're still very young. Yeah, maybe Eunice can say something about that.
Okay, first of all, when we started dating, I knew that I was sure that this was going to into marriage. That's what I wanted personally, because based on my past, I had really prayed to God that I need a man that will take me now to the end. And we planned together that we would, first of all, complete with school and everything, and then later on set on marriage. So when you have a goal, when you know what you want to do, and even have some strategies on how you want to go about it, I'm sure that you'll still come to it, and God will fulfill that. Yeah.
Oh, good, 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 good. Maybe also something else based on your background. You know, like maybe people would think that for you to do a wedding, you have to come from this rich family. You have to have all these millions of shillings. And based on your backgrounds, maybe what can you tell that person who is somewhere, maybe in a slum area, somebody, some young person there who is just saying, I don't need a wedding. I'll just get married because I don't have the money. How did it come that you had such a wonderful and glorious wedding? And looking at your background,
the wedding was one thing, not what we expected, because we were in a mix of every kind of brokerage. To a time that sometimes you could think we can just talk and come home, and that's all. But one thing, both of us wanted to honor God
yes,
with ourselves, and we were looking back at the 5 years we have spent together, and we were saying we must go up to the marriage. So the certificates, the Attorney General's office were closed. So one day I read and I find in the Gazette that they are open for some time.
Or because of the coronavirus
Because
pandemic.
of the coronavirus.
Yes.
And then again, after they are open, no way to get into Nairobi.
Yes.
And we had some friends who got the certificate to us. And that's how we now came to. And I can tell somebody who don't believe in God, because we totally believed in God.
Yes.
And God sent people to us. The things, everything that was happening, even we never had stress. We had friends who were there for us. And I can tell our viewers, if you trust in God,
Yes.
He will do it for you. Actually, we experienced the best time in our life. No stress. Hata kuchoka hakuna, because there were people on the ground that God sent to us, and they did everything. Sisi tuliwalk to, and we had a wonderful wedding.
Oh, good. God is gracious. So we are telling the people there who are giving up because they think they are poor or they think they have any kind of a challenge, that by just trusting in God and being focused in life, setting your own goals, things will work out.
Yeah.
But I believe there's also some part of hard work. Like you must have had some money for you to do the wedding. Where did you get all that? Like, is there a part of work involved? I know you guys, you're still students. Yeah. You know, how do you get money?
We have been planning for this, and maybe I can get you back a little bit in campus. We have tried so many things.
Okay.
Because I remember there was a time I had a kibanda in campus. People can remember, some friends can remember, and
so okay, you're a student in KU.
Yeah.
And you had a kibanda.
Yeah.
Selling things. What were you selling?
I was selling tomatoes, kumawiki, nakatakata.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. Maybe so this guy is telling us that he is in university, maybe second year or third year, and during his free time, America kibanda anauza nyanya. Yeah. What a wonderful spirit. So you believe really in working for yourself.
Yeah, that is one thing that I believe in, and I believe that we have parents.
Yes.
But if they are not well up.
Yeah, I've met them and they are wonderful parents.
Yeah.
Your parents are wonderful and they give you a lot of support.
They are wonderful.
Yes.
But don't put blames on people.
Yes.
My uncle did not help me. My auntie did not help me. Actually, they are helping themselves.
Okay.
So yours is just a privilege. So I believe in you going out of your ways, planning and working.
So you have been doing business as you do your studies.
Yeah.
Has it not affected your school, like in performance, or you may get some money and think about business and stop school? How has it worked? How did you marry the two, business and studies?
It was cool because actually I was working to pay the fees.
You're working to pay for your school fees.
Yeah. So when you pay school fees for yourself, you know how much. You know, it gets to your nerves and you have to work on it.
So actually what you're telling us, this is a guy here, in the name of Peter, who was working to educate himself in university, anauza nyanya pale,
yeah,
anajilipia school fees.
Yeah.
Huyu jamaa akona girlfriend university, mwenye amepanga kumuoa akimaliza shule, na all those things came to pass.
Yeah, they came to pass.
Wow.
And not only that, I started a plan on buying a plot, because I believe one thing, that I will not stay.
But I know you're not telling us that you have a plot of land.
Right now,
That's what you want to tell us.
That's
uko na shamba.
Yeah, before now campus and before this, kuna shamba mahali.
Yani uko na shamba. Maybe I think every young man, every old man, every person, every girl and every woman should listen to this. Yani huyu jamaa ako university, huyu jamaa anafanya biashara ya kuuza nyanya in Kenyatta University so that he can be able to pay for his school fees. He's also maintaining a kid mwenye alipata girlfriend yake akiwa naye. On top of that, he is buying land, and right now he has a piece of land. Yani he hata haja graduate bado, akona wife, akona land, he has a job. Wow, that is wonderful. So actually, you want to tell us that what God says, that he will stand with us, that is very true.
That is exactly.
But there is now the human part of it.
Yeah, you have your part.
You have to plan.
Yeah.
You have to work hard. You have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Oh, yani umeolewa na mtu tayari yako na shamba. How do you feel? How do you feel about maybe your guy? I know you also have done a lot of things, maybe raising that kid, taking her to school. I know you have also done a lot as a young girl, as a student. You've been able to take your kid through school, and I know you have worked really hard. But how do you feel that you're marrying a person from a very poor background who is now working? He looked for a job, and he was working as he's doing school, and you even have a piece of land.
Okay, this man is just a miracle.
Wow.
And a gift. So there are so many things about him, but one thing, there are a few things that he's so committed, so decisive, and when he sets his mind to do something, he does it. So I'm so proud of him, and he's been of great support. So we just decided to do these things together. We stand united, and he's been of great support.
Good. Maybe where do you see yourself now? You know, like you're talking of 5 years down the line, umefanya hiyo mambo yote umefanya. Maybe where do you see this marriage in the next 5 years or 10 years? Where do you see yourself? What do you, as the leader of the family, how do you, maybe unaona nini huko mbele?
What I see right now in 5 years, I see guys who will be driving.
Oh, good.
Guys who will be having their own house. People who will be owning properties, and people who will be going around helping, because we have come from somewhere, and one of our goals is to help. So we are going to give ourselves out to bring up people in those times, and to encourage people to be, because we know we have been, and everybody can be.
Okay, Eunice, you know, there's also something I noted about you guys, about your friends. You know, I have been following a little bit on your life, and I have seen something about you, especially even during the wedding. You know, I saw some people who came for the wedding, and these were actually some of them I really talked to, and how watu marafiki zenu sio kuokota tu marafiki. Did you take time to choose your friends, or like how comes that all these successful young people are your friends? You know, because definitely I have also some friends who are young, lakini marafiki zao ukiwaangalia wote maybe ni watu sitaki kuingilia sana, lakini unakuta marafiki zenu they are a little bit special. Unakuta this is a young man. You know, I talked to one of your very, very best friends. He's actually not even, he must be in his 20s.
Yeah,
already. He's 25 now. 25. He's a millionaire. Yeah. He has all this, you know. I have seen some of your friends. So maybe is that an area that we need to look at in life as we plan ourselves? Can it affect us if I just get friends from anywhere, or do I have to be specific that these are the kind of friends that I need in life for me to achieve? Has it taken friends for you to be here?
Yeah, it has taken friends, because I believe that friends speak into our minds a lot.
Yes.
Because as you share, as you fellowship together, whatever you speak, you know, it gets into our minds. So when you work with friends that are not going to have benefit in your life, it will just be a waste. So friends are good, but you have to choose them wisely. And when you have set standards, you find that even some friends will just walk away because they can't fit in that circle maybe. So we have to be very selective as we choose our friends and the people that you work with in life.
Good. Maybe can you tell, how did you choose your friends? Maybe now to be very, very specific. Who are your friends?
Yeah, one goal in my life is to be somebody that that is growing every day. So in the area of friendship, I really normally check the friends I have and where to sacrifice, because friendship needs sacrifice.
Yes.
Both of you. So the friend that can give you time and can be there for you, that is the friend that we have been sacrificing to, and the sacrifices have been building up. So there is no friendship without sacrifice on both parties. So when you get somebody who is committed to your friendship and who is willing to, we are looking forward. Actually, our friends are up somewhere.
Yes.
So they are pulling us.
Yes.
So they have sacrificed a lot for us. And as we are pulled up, we are coming up.
Okay.
So it's not staying at the same position, but your mind and your ideas are operating in the same level.
Okay. Maybe maybe let's say I see this wonderful family, this wonderful lady here who is doing business, who has a very good character, and I want her to be my friend. Is there something I'm supposed to do for me to like for her to accept me, or like I can just be living my life anyhow? Is there something to do with character, so that some kind of people can receive me for advice, for mentorship? Is there something I need to do myself?
Yeah, as Peter has pointed out, that it's about sacrifice. It's about willingness. You have to be willing. You have to decide. And when you want to do something, you'll pay the cost. You can't just sit there and expect that maybe you'll connect to a certain person, even to a certain good thing. So it goes with a cost that you have to pay. And that means you have to be upright in your character, in the way you live your life. Because if I don't live responsibly, I don't expect a person like that who is respectable to have anything to do with me.
Okay, maybe as we try to wind up, but I want to maybe look at, you have talked about character, that some people that have come into your life have kind of been attracted by your character. And you have been in this kind of a relationship for about 5 years, both of you, a boy and a girl, and I know we are also sexual beings. Do you want to tell us now that you guys, you've been together for 5 years, raising a kid, and you have not had any intimate sexual relationship?
What I would say.
And is it possible, Yes.
It's very possible. Because we knew we have a kid.
Yes.
So we knew messing up means that we are going to be having 2 kids.
Yes.
And this could add up responsibilities.
Yes.
And dropping off school. So we made a decision that we are going to stay at that. That's why we were much focused on our wedding, that we must do a wedding so that all this can be culminated into what we have been looking forward to. And I can say it's very possible, because sometimes we have got ourselves into situations. Like I remember one time I didn't have rent, and I was being chased out of.
Don't tell me you went to stay with her. Don't say that.
That's what I'm about to say. But God gave us wisdom. And what happened? We called. She called her
just
sister.
wait. Just sorry. You want to tell me, this girl wants to tell me that in their relationship, there are times they got so close because of problems.
Yeah.
And you still stayed like you're not staying together in that intimate sexual relationship. You still stood on your ground. That I'm waiting for my marriage day for me to have sex with my wife.
Yeah.
That you did exactly.
That's what we did. Because I told her now, she will keep everything else. Kwa ile kibanda ilikuwa ka container. I take my mattress, and then nikimaliza job nikifunga naweka mattress na lala. Akasema hapana, I have an idea. We can call your sister and I call my sister so that we can stay in the same house, the 4 of us. Nyinyi mnalala pale, mimi nalala chini.
So mnatafuta watchman.
Tunatafuta watchman.
Yeah. So that tells us maybe in the interest of somebody who is listening to us.
Yeah.
Because the reason why maybe people fall into this temptation is for you, because of you being together alone, maybe maybe in a dark place or some place whereby you can compromise yourself. So you made sure that every time you're together and so close, there was somebody else.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. What do you think about that? Like, mbona hamkufanya hivyo? Si watu wengi wanasema watu wanafanya lazima wafanye hivyo before sijui nini, mbona you did not go that direction? And having had that experience before.
So as he said, one thing as a human being, I didn't want to mess up again. And another thing, we know that our bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
So we need to keep our bodies pure, and you have to remain standing still. Yani, we have to be faithful. We have to be focused. And when you remind yourself what you want to achieve, you'll be able to stand even some temptations. Yeah, it's very tempting. It gets hard at some point, but you have to remind yourself, what are we here for?
Amen. So you have to know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit.
Oh, yeah.
When you are still very young. And it's such a joy when you come to that day of wedding and you have not had that intimate relationship before. It's such a glorious gift that you give to your husband. It's such a glorious gift that you give to your wife. And today we have been so blessed. I know we'll be getting them. We're going to keep following up this family. Oh, yeah. After some time, we are going to come back to you. We want to grow up together with you and to see what you're really achieving in life. But you're amazing people. And may the Lord bless your marriage. Amen. May you go and stay together and just practice all that you're being taught. And I can see a very bright future for you. Amen. Thank you, Eunice, for accepting this guy. And thank you, Mohoro, for accepting Eunice, even if you knew that she had a kid. And also maybe the message to those people who have children, there is somebody for you. There is such a glorious, handsome man waiting for you, even if you have children. Just look at the area of character, control your life very well, be focused, and anybody who has any challenge, even people with disabilities, anybody who has any kind of challenge, there is someone for you in this life from God. And may the Lord bless us, may the Lord keep us. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, kwaheri, Mungu awabariki sana.